On Friday, Kamala Harris went to the southern border for a photo op where she pretended to actually care about the crisis that she and Joe Biden, well, themselves created. Her half-hearted work as border czar to address the root causes of illegal immigration was clearly, obviously, nothing but a colossal failure and arguably the biggest national security threat in the history of this country. Our country is now filled with the victims of what Donald Trump has called migrant crime, people who have suffered at the hands of Harris, Biden, illegal immigrants, people that didn't respect our laws, our borders, our sovereignty, people that never should have been allowed into this country. And sadly, some of those victims were lost to the ultimate crime. They were murdered. They're no longer with us. Only their loved ones now remain to warn and remind us of all the dangers of their open borders. And by the way, how many dozens of Americans murdered? We scroll their names all the time. How many Americans have been raped, including children? We scroll their names also. How many Americans, hundreds, victims of violent crimes? We scroll their names too. Anyway, joining us now, two mothers whose daughters were murdered. The suspects, both Harris, Biden, illegal immigrants. Alexis Nungaray is the mother of Jocelyn, a 12-year-old little girl who was killed in Texas. Patty Morin is also with us, and she is the mother of Rachel Morin, who was herself a mother of 5 and was killed in Maryland while out on a run in a local park. Alexis, let me start with your brave little 12-year-old girl who she was brutalized for hours. This young 12-year-old girl, according to all reports, fought back, bit these attackers, scratched these attackers, fought for her life, and that went on for a significant period of time, and then they murdered and threw her in a river. I don't know how you recover from that. And then you see Kamala Harris now, who'd been telling you for 3 years that the border's secure, out of her own mouth, that, you know, the border's closed, border's secure. What was your reaction to this trip on Friday?
I think Kamala Harris's border trip this past Friday was such a sham. It was the most disgraced, hollow effort I've ever seen from a candidate for presidency. Quite frankly, it pissed me the hell off when I saw it. She's been in charge over the border for more than 3 years. She's done absolutely nothing in effects to that. She not once has gone to the border until recently to what was there maybe a matter of 20 minutes. She had a pit stop there from one destination to another. She had all her right people there to get all the right angles for all her photos. If I wasn't invited, I was invited to the border the last time with Trump. I was not invited this time. And if I was there this time and I would have witnessed how she handled that entire interaction, I would have walked up to her and I would have asked her, with this same effort you're giving, which is not any, would it be the same if this was your daughter that you had to bury? Would you move the same way? Because it's not okay. It's not okay. It was very disgusting that she was there a matter of 20 minutes, didn't speak with any ground people, any agents, any border people of council. No, she spoke with members of management and, like I said, was like what's been said, was there for a photo op. Nothing was done. She's done nothing, and it was a complete disgrace. It was very, very appalling that it's very convenient. She wanted to be there 1 month before elections. How convenient she did this for a political gain for herself, because she's not once reached out to me nor my family to even just give condolences, regardless of the right side or the left side. It's about humane, and I lost my 12-year-old daughter to illegal immigrants that the Biden-Harris administration policies, border policies, have let in this country, and we're not safe anymore. We do not have safe border control anymore. She's done absolutely nothing, and it's because of people like Kamala Harris and Colin Allred, who's running for Senator of Texas, which is where I'm at. people like that, they don't keep the people safe. They don't keep our children safe. We need somebody who will actually make change and actually do something, and that's not Kamala.
I'm so sorry. I mean, I don't think there's anything tougher in life than to lose a child. Patty, your daughter was out jogging. Rachel, she was a mother of 5. Now I know you're mourning the loss of your daughter, and you're also a grandmother. And now you've got 5 grandkids that'll never see their mom again, and you'll never see your daughter again. And there's Kamala Harris, but it goes further than just showing up. I want your thoughts on what you thought of her trip. But then her policies, she mocked border walls. She wants to decriminalize illegal immigration, offer free food, housing, health care, education, legal driver's license, her running mate does, and free college, a path to amnesty. We have known terrorists, gang members, murderers, rapists, other violent criminals, gangs that have all drugs that have all come into this country as a result. You have paid the ultimate price. What would you say to Kamala Harris? What did you think of this?
I thought the whole thing was so ridiculous. The American people know that she is not sincere at all. She's done nothing the last 4 years. She's denied that there's been a problem. She hasn't even acknowledged the murders of my daughter or Alexis or some of the other victims. She's the kind of person that, you know, if I don't look, if I don't acknowledge, it doesn't exist. So this whole thing going to the border is just a political stunt, hoping that she's going to check off a box and win some points. When I was in Congress for one of the hearings, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Patty. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. When I was in Congress for one of the hearings, a lot of the congressmen on the left were talking about this Senate bill, and they're hoping that the American people hasn't read 370 pages of this bill, where 5/6 of the money is going to foreign interests. It's not even going to the border. It's like $120,000, $120 billion, and I think only 18 or 16 of that actually going to the border. And it's not to keep immigrants out, it's actually to help facilitate them coming into our country. So she has not done anything to keep America safe at all.
Alexis and Patty, just an exit question. It's and I don't have a lot of time. Alexis, did Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, or Donald Trump, did either of those 3 ever call you?
The one and only person that has called me out of the 3 would be Donald Trump. And it wasn't him calling me as a previous president. It was him calling me as a father, as someone who has kids, someone who couldn't even imagine what it would be like if this was their child. So I felt the empathy from him. He was very sincere.
Patty,
the only
same
one,
question.
in fact.
Yes,
Patty?
Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris nor Biden has reached out to my family at all during this whole time, even when they knew that it was an illegal immigrant and basically they let this person into our country. President Trump has reached out to our family multiple times, to multiple members, and we've had conversations, and they'll just call to say, how are you doing? Is there anything we can do for you? How can we help you? So he's been very compassionate and genuinely cares about our family and our recovering from this tragedy.
I know that I speak for this audience. We're all praying for you and your family, and I can't imagine your loss. And I'm so sorry that this happened to both of you. And this can't happen in this country. It can't. This has to stop. It is the biggest national security. Now we have known terrorists in the country. Alexis, thank you. Patty, thank you. And your families, I promise you, are in all of our prayers tonight. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.